Hello, welcome back. My name is David Das. Today we are going to talk about the weekly market update for the week ending Friday, December 3rd, 2021. So the market is down, the Bitcoin is down, the fear index is up. Are we winning or losing? But before we start talking about that, let's talk about the performance of the Canadian and the US stock market for the last 5 days. Then we'll talk about the fear index, high impact news of next week, and the earning releases of next week. Before we look into the charts, please read the disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research before investing your own money. We are looking at the Canadian stock market and its performance for the last 5 days. The TSX Composite Index was down 2.33%. The telecom and the consumer staples were in the positive territory. The other 9 sectors were in the negative territory, and the worst performing sector was healthcare at minus 9.63%. Now let's look at the daily and the weekly charts of the TSX Composite Index. We are now looking at the 1-year daily chart of TSX Composite Index, and as we can see, the price have come down from about 21,800 to about 20,600, and it is currently sitting at a great support level of an uptrend. We are looking at 3-year weekly chart of the TSX Composite Index, and as we can see, the price is currently sitting at the support level of an uptrend. And this is the area where the market took a big hit when the pandemic started in the March of 2020. This is the information about the US stock market and its performance in the last 5 days. The S&P 500 index was down minus 1.22%. The utilities and the real estate sectors were above zero. The other 9 sectors were below zero. And the worst performing sector was the communication services at minus 2.76%. Now we are looking at the 1-year daily chart of S&P 500 index. And as we can see, again, the price have come down from $4,700 to about $4,500. And it is sitting at a good support level of an uptrend. We are now looking at the 3-year weekly chart of S&P 500 index. And what we can see, the price have come down from about $4,800 level to about $4,500 level. And it is sitting at a support level of an uptrend. And this is where the market was impacted at the beginning of the pandemic. Now let's see how Bitcoin is performing. This is the chart of Bitcoin for the last 6 months. And as we can see, the 52-week range, the highest number is about $69,000, which is in the early November. Right now it's at $49,000. So there's a $20,000 drop, which is about 28% from the recent peak. We are now looking at the information about CBOE Volatility Index VIX, also known as the Fear Index. The closing price on Friday, December 3rd, 2021 was 30.67. And this is a 6-month chart of the VIX index. And as we can see, most of the time the price ranged from 15 to 20. Recently the price has started rising, and now it is at 30.67. And I'll explain to you shortly why this could bring some volatility in the market. As we just saw, the closing price of VIX index on Friday, December 3rd, 2021 was 30.67. If you know about VIX, great. If you do not know anything about VIX index, do not worry. I will try to explain to you in a very simple manner. VIX basically represents the market's expectation of volatility for the next 30 days. So it is a leading indicator. It measures the level of risk, fear, or stress in the market. If we look at the historical data of VIX index from 1990, the lowest VIX was 9.14 and the highest was 82.69. The higher the VIX, the higher the uncertainty. The lower the VIX, there is less uncertainty. And as we all know, market does not like uncertainties. If we look at the historical data one more time, we can see most of the time the VIX ranges from 10 to 20. The moment it gets over 20 or over 30, the market becomes more volatile. So right now it is at 30.67. That's the reason market is expecting some volatility in the coming days. Hope that helps you understand the VIX in a very simple way. Now I'm trying to find out the high impact news coming out next week between December 5 and December 11. Anything with a red symbol like this indicates high impact expected on these announcements. And the way I found this is by using this filter tab, and I picked high impact expected, which is the red box, and I have picked the Canadian market and the US market, and I applied the filters. And I found on Wednesday, December 8th, I have Bank of Canada rate announcements, and in the US we have the job openings. And on Friday, December 10th, I have the consumer price index. So if I'm a short-term investor and I have this information handy, I will plan accordingly. This is the earnings release calendar for next week. And why is this important? If you are a short-term investor and if you invest in any one of these stocks, the stock prices will significantly change upon the release of the earnings report. So that if you have this information handy, you may adjust your portfolio accordingly. So let's go through the list and look at some of the popular names. We have AutoZone on Tuesday before open, ticker symbol AZO. On Wednesday before open, we have Campbell Soup Company, ticker symbol CPB. On Wednesday after close, we have GameStop, GME. We have Restoration Hardware, ticker symbol RH. On Thursday before open, we have Hormel Foods, HRL. On Thursday after close, we have Lululemon, LULU. We have Costco, COST. We have Broadcom, AVGO. We have Oracle, ORCL, and many others. So I hope this information will come in handy for your future planning. I hope you like this video, and I will see you next time.